Hi everyone, welcome to my video, and today I will be going through all my books that I've got on this bookshelf and talk about the ones that I've read, the ones that I haven't read, which, like I said in my last video, there's quite a few that I haven't read yet. Spoiler alert, I have not read many of them.
I'll be going through
all the ones that I've read, and if I haven't read them, I'll just say the name and the author, otherwise I'll just be saying, well, I haven't read this yet a million times. Trust me, I've done this video a few times now. Ooh, so let's get to it. Call Me By Your Name by Andre Asserman. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed the audiobook, which is narrated by Armie Hammer, who plays Oliver in the books. Is it Oliver? Yeah. It just picks up the pace a little bit. I really struggled reading it because it's all in past tense, but the story itself is so beautiful and the film is lovely. Great book, but I much prefer the audiobook. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Down and Across by Arvin Ahmadi. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda and Leon the Offbeat, both by Becky Albertalli. I really enjoyed these books. I much preferred Simon versus Leah, basically. I really love the book about Simon, and I still really like Leon the Offbeat, but it just didn't resonate with me as much as Simon did. What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. The Clan of the Cave Bears by Jimin Owl. I got this one from my dad. I haven't read it yet. I got it for Christmas and it's now March, so I really need to get to it. Sorry, Dad. The Krishna Trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I've put it down there because it didn't fit up on the first shelf. I started in this one. I started about a year ago, I'm afraid, and I still haven't finished it. I started the first one and I kind of liked it, but I wasn't hooked, and now I kind of want to finish the whole series before I start Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, because they are set in the same universe, but people keep saying to me that I don't have to read these ones first and I can just read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom immediately, but I kind of want to have the backstory and have all this before I read those. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section down below. And here we've got the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. Here I've got The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum and Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Anya's Ghost by Vera Brosgol. The Diviners by Libba Bray. If you're wondering why this is so thick, I really like this cover, so I bought the large print version just so I could have this really nice cover. That hasn't helped me get started yet, even though the letters are in fact massive. Matilda by Roald Dahl. I had to read it for uni and I really loved it. It's just so wholesome and I love the film, and the book is just as good. The Circle by Dave Eggers. F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. I did read this one. I have very mixed feelings about this. I can see why it is so critically acclaimed, but, and there's a really big but, there'll probably be a whole video about this book. Mythos by Stephen Fry. I really like this book. I've been reading this for a while. I'm currently on page 75. Unless you already know a lot about Greek mythology, you'll constantly be learning while reading this book. So it's quite an exhausting experience. So it's really good, but exhausting. So it's taken me a while to get through it, but I really love it. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, and also To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I'll put it up right here. I read this one, I read the first one, absolutely loved it. I also really love John Ambrose McLaren. He's so good and wholesome, and I love Peter Kavinsky, don't get me wrong, but I haven't read the final book yet, but right now, very much rooting for John Ambrose McLaren. Too much Harry Potter! The Night Tree by Frances Hardinge. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I also have The Sun on Her Flowers, but it's currently, I'm reading it at the moment, so I've got it in a bag somewhere and I can't find it. Oops. Oh, really love this, by the way. Really love it. As you can see at all the sticky notes that I've got in there, there's loads. The Bloodprint by Ausma Zehanat Khan. The Courage to Be Disliked by Ikaro Kashimi and Fumitake Koga. Celtic Tales which is published by Chronicle Books, and it's a combination of all kinds of Celtic tales from Ireland, Scotland, Brittany and Wales. Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I'm currently reading this, though I'm not a big fan yet, and the reason is because there's quite a few Asian terms thrown around, and of course that's amazing and I love learning about it, but they're thrown around once and then the translation will be down below, and there's not like an index where I can look up what they mean, because every now and then I'll just forget and it won't be repeated, so that's something I struggle with. I'm going to start keeping a bit of a notebook so I can write down everything I come across so I can remember what it is, because it takes me out of the story a bit, but that's just me and my whiteness. The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue and The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy. I read this one. I haven't read this one yet, so I'm going to keep putting it away. So I read this one a while back and I absolutely loved it. The characters are so amazing and I love them so much, and I can't wait to read about the little sister whose name I can't remember right now. Felicity. Can't wait. The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one by Amanda Lovelace. I haven't gotten to this yet because I'm first finishing all the rupee cards. Here's Dark Materials by Philip Pullman. There's a lot of pages and I'm very intimidated by it, so that's why I haven't started yet. A Very Large Expansive Sea by Tara Murphy. I really love this book. It's about a girl, a Muslim girl in 2002 who goes to a new school, and it's just after 9/11 happened and she's struggling with basically all the hate that's coming towards her from all angles because she is Muslim and because she wears hijab. For me, this was both really entertaining and really educational. It's got a lovely romance in it, and I would recommend this to anyone, especially white people, because this actually educates you a bit about how someone might feel because they are being accused of things that they have nothing to do with, that someone has ruined their reputation for their entire religion, and that's still going on today. So I think this book is so important, and it's got a really fun romance. Everyone should pick this up because it's great, educational, and really fun. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elle Sands, and The Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin Elle Sands. I read this one and I really liked it. I like the philosophical aspect of it. It's about two boys who meet each other, and it's a bit of a coming of age story, and for some reason it's philosophical and not too much happens in the book, but that makes it so good. And this one I haven't read yet, and I don't know what this is about, but I fully trust Benjamin Elle Sands to deliver on this book. The A Darker Shade of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. Vicious, also by V.E. Schwab. I haven't read any of her books yet, but I'm very excited to, and I'm so convinced I will love it that I've already got 4 books and I haven't read a single one. Minerva McGonagall from the Harry Potter series. I absolutely love this Funko, and I've got quite a lot. She's one of my favourite teachers and one of my favourite characters in the books, so I was desperate to have one of these. I've got loads of Funkos actually, but I have a few more Harry Potter ones, so I'll show them to you right now. Newt Scamander with his Occamy egg and his wand. I really like it. I really enjoy the character of Newt, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Fantastic Beasts franchise. I do really like Newt and his quirkiness, and I love how, I don't believe they've confirmed it, but I really like how they are displaying someone on the autism spectrum. I really like that they've added this little character. Then I've got the two that cannot be separated and should not be separated ever. Fred and George Weasley. I don't know which one is which, but I really like these Funkos, and I will forever cherish these boys. And then I've got Hagrid. He's a bit bigger than all the other Funkos actually, because they've actually made him to scale. So that's quite fun. And I really love it. The one problem is that he had a little umbrella here. He had his pink umbrella, but it broke off, so I need to glue it back on. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This made me cry, this made me laugh, but it mostly made me cry, and I was so sad, even though the title literally says what's going to happen at the end. I was not happy. I was hoping that the title would just be misdirect. It was not. It's about two boys who find out that they're going to die that day, and they meet up and they form this amazing bond, and yeah, it's heartbreaking but fantastic. Stranger Dreamer by Laini Taylor. It's really hard to read because of the glimmering letters, but yeah, I really love this book. I read it last summer. So lovely. I love the characters. Laszlo Strange is fantastic, and all the other characters are fantastic, and I can't wait to read Muse of Nightmares, but I haven't got the book yet because I don't have any money to buy it, so I'll just have to wait until I save up a little bit so I can buy Muse of Nightmares, but I'm very excited for it. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I want to read this before I see the film, but I haven't gotten to it yet. The books or the films that I just talked about, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Don't know how I feel about this.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I will correct you if you say sorcerers, it's philosophers, okay? I'm one of those people. This is a Slytherin version. As you can see, it was printed for the 20th anniversary of the Harry Potter series, and I really love it. I'm a Slytherin, and I'm currently rereading it and so I can make a video about it, and I'll be rereading the entire series. Yay! I'm not sure if this is just like, I want to reread them, or just like procrastination, you know? Then you can see the top of them there. I've got the entire Harry Potter series. I'm not picking them up because they're quite heavy, but yeah. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit by Tolkien, and I read the first part of The Fellowship, so I read half of The Fellowship and then gave up because Tolkien can talk about trees forever and it's quite boring, but I really do want to read them one day because I love the films, and I feel like if I want to be a proper Lord of the Rings fan and The Hobbit fan, I need to read this, but it's intimidating because it's so many books. So that was my bookshelf tour. I hope you liked it. As you can see, I have quite a few books that I've yet to read, so if you have any suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments down below or let me know on any of my social media. I've got Twitter, Instagram, Reddit and a Facebook page, and they'll all be linked down below, so have a little wander and let me know which books I should read first. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!